rapid access to comprehensive oncology data and survival analysis. This is the Enko Toolkit.
Look, if you're a busy clinician, you know every second counts. You need to get from complex ultrasound findings to a clear, defensible management plan right now. And that's exactly what this is for. All right, let's dive right in. We're going to break down the O-RADS Ultrasound Calculator from Oncotoolkit. This is the tool that's built from the ground up to streamline risk stratification for adnexal masses. But before we even click a button on the app, we have to understand the science. I mean, if you're going to trust the output, you absolutely have to know the evidence-based logic that's powering it under the hood. So what's the big problem we're all trying to solve here? You're looking at an ultrasound, you see an ovarian mass. Is it a harmless cyst, or is it a potentially dangerous cancer? The entire point of the O-RADS system is to make that decision safer, clearer, and more standardized. It helps you prevent unnecessary surgeries for benign cases while, and this is crucial, making sure those high-risk patients get to a gynecologic oncologist fast. And this isn't just someone's opinion. It is grounded in serious, high-level evidence. The entire framework, and you can see the publication right here, comes directly from that 2020 ACR consensus guideline by Andreatti and his colleagues published in Radiology. This is the source of truth that drives the entire calculator. So the guideline breaks down the risk into 5 super clear categories. This table you're seeing is really the heart of the system. It assigns a number, 1 through 5, based on very specific ultrasound features. Let's break down exactly what each one of these means for managing your patient. Okay, let's run through these one by one. O-RADS 1, that's 0% risk. It's a normal physiologic finding. You're done. No follow-up needed. O-RADS 2, we're talking less than a 1% risk. It's almost certainly benign, so you'll just manage that with simple surveillance. Now, O-RADS 3 is where things start to shift. With a 1 to 10% risk, it's considered low risk, and that warrants a follow-up with a general gynecologist, maybe an MRI. O-RADS 4 kicks it up to intermediate risk. That's between 10 and 50%. This patient needs to see a gynecologist or get an MRI. And finally, O-RADS 5. This signals a high risk of malignancy, 50% or greater, and it mandates a direct, immediate referral to a gynecologist. All right, so now that we've got the science down, let's see how the Oncotoolkit calculator just completely automates this whole evidence-based workflow in a matter of seconds. The input could not be more straightforward. As you can see right here, it asks for exactly what you'd expect, the key parameters straight from the ultrasound report. You put in the menopausal status, morphology, lesion size, and the iota color score for vascularity. That's literally it. And bam, instantly, you get your result. In this case, it's an O-RADS 3. You see the clear 1 to 10% risk profile and the explicit management recommendation right there. But here's what I think is the most important part of this entire tool. See that little show calculation logic dropdown? That is the key to complete transparency. You know why? Because we don't believe in black boxes. The math and the reference tables are right here for your review. The tool literally shows you its work, which parts of the guideline it used to get to that score. That gives you total clinical transparency and, more importantly, confidence in the result. But wait, we're not done. The power of this tool goes way beyond just one patient. It's also designed to be a powerful bridge connecting the clinical work you do every day directly to your next big academic research project. And the workflow for this, it's completely seamless. As you're using the calculator for your patients, you're actually building a powerful research-ready database in the background. From there, you just export all that structured data, clean it up for analysis, and run some pretty sophisticated statistical models, all inside the Oncotoolkit ecosystem. Now, the real key to making this research happen is the export to CSV function. And this isn't just some messy data dump. It creates a clean, flattened data file. What that means is it's perfectly structured in a simple table format, ready to be the foundation for your next manuscript or your next conference presentation. And that brings us to the whole shebang, the full Oncotoolkit ecosystem. It's so much more than just a calculator. It gives you the tools you need to close the entire research loop, taking you from clinical data capture all the way to a new discovery. The first step in that loop is the CSV polisher. Okay, so if you've ever done research, you know the absolute headache that is data cleaning. Well, this tool automates it. It handles missing values, converts those numeric codes into text labels, all the tedious stuff getting your data set ready for real statistical analysis. And from there, you just take that clean, polished data and plug it straight into the survival analysis application. This is where the magic happens. You can generate publication-ready outputs. I'm talking Kaplan-Meier curves, log-rank tests, hazard ratios, All of it, automatically. So what you're really looking at here is the whole journey. It's an end-to-end platform that takes you all the way from an individual clinical assessment in the exam room to a powerful, automated survival analysis for your entire patient cohort. So I'll just leave you with this question. How could a fully integrated, totally transparent workflow, one that finally bridges that gap between the clinic and your research, how could that accelerate your next discovery?